Hello everyone, Lord.agion here with another Grey Goo replay. Spawning in the right side, we have Dallas Buyers Club. Spawning the left side, which is now in the middle, we have Blue Drives Monster. Looks like we're going to see some early harassment. One small protein is out. Looks like the counter to this will be 2 anti-heavy sentinels. He is instantly moving this structure too close to the anti-heavy sentinel. He's just moving it back and forth. Why that? Again, he's moving it. Can he not make up his mind where he wants to move it? I think he's just... Oh, I think there's like a little tech way to occupy yourself in between while stuff is building, I guess. Because I have no idea what he's doing. Shard is trying to focus down the extractor since they can't get anything in the structures. He's moving the anti-heavy sentinels closer and closer. And these may be the final destination. He should instantly redeploy this extractor. Yes, he is. He has this extractor not being utilized. He has currently 3 extractors out, and keeping his defense at 2 anti-heavy sentinels. He's the 3rd one building back here, and he's going to teleport it along the conduit wire to the front. Getting this conduit wire a bit closer and closer. Keep his defense. This has been very interesting to watch. I haven't really seen this much teleporting the wire in a long time. And he's building this conduit wire closer and closer. Trying to hit this one, prevent it from coming down here. He's going to build the anti-heavy sentinel here so that keeps him power. The anti-heavy sentinel is taking a lot of damage while being repositioned. Has no power. Gotta be joking. It teleported to this wire and not this wire? Why is it... That just sucked for him. It decided it had a connection right here instead of right here, which caused him to not have any power, and thus it got sniped without getting a single shot off. Building some more anti-heavy sentinel, another anti-heavy sentinel, and getting finally stopped moving his war factor around and building a stealth attachment and a tank attachment. Interesting, stealth attachment. Perhaps he's going to do some early dagger harassment, which daggers they're not that effective versus goo players, since the small proteins are the stealth detector unit. But we shall see what he does. Looks like he has 2 tridents out and a revolver. Tridents do have 140 health, a nice healthy unit, though they do lack a bit of DPS, while the revolver does have a very good DPS at a rate of fire 1.25 out of rate of fire 1, so it basically get additional half damage off, which is equivalent to 11 damage compared to get off before. The revolver's 15 damage, well, 1.5 seconds. So the Tridents do have a little bit less DPS, but they just have much more health, though they also do not have a 3 armor penetration like the revolver. Though note, since the revolver does fire it's 15 damage across 3 shots, meaning 6 armored. It's not very good versus 6 armored due to the fact that it only has 3 armor penetration. Since the armor is 1 armor means 1 less damage per shot. So at 6 armor, that 15 damage will actually means it's across 3, so it's 3 times 5. So 6 armor would equate to a grand total of 6 damage. If it was 15 damage across 1 shot, at 6 armor, it would mean it will still do actually 9 damage. However, if this makes any sense. Let's see, what tech do we have? Looks like we got some early tech by since he went for those 2 expansions. Remains active without power connection. Looks like he's going to heavily rely on anti-heavy sentinels. And all conduit wires generate. Ha ha ha. Sneaky, sneaky. He's going for a heavy conduit wire base play. The conduit landmine will be not only very laggy since it's playing all the animations. It's a very taxing animation. It does, if I remember correctly, 25 damage every like 10 seconds if he walks across the conduit wire. It does have an explosion radius, I think 75, so it's about this wide, if you can imagine this. The box is the explosion radius. He's going to be heavy base building type play, what I'm trying to say at. The anti-heavy sentinel is a good counter to the mass drover since it has 6 armor. Drovers only have 5 damage, so thus they only do 1 damage per peck. I call them pecks because like they sort of do a little pecking type animation. Gains repairs on the anti-heavy sentinel, and he. Oh, the problem is these mother goos are going to be contained. He doesn't. This is going to be very interesting type play. He is doing heavy base building type play. Look at all this conduit wire he's building. Look at that. He wants these mother goos to be trapped. Mother goos have no escape since they cannot travel across water. This mother goo is going to run out. These 2 mother goos are going to stick to it. Look at this. Look at this. Though he was a bit low on economy at that brief moment. The conduit wire detonation is up. He doesn't. I don't think he realizes it right now. Now he does. He realizes it now. Exploding conduit wire. These are actually high-ranking players. Dallas Buyers Club is ranked number 2, and Blue Drives Monster is ranked number 12 at the point at the time of this replay, or the time this replay was saved. And he realized that, oh crap, he's doing this. Conduit wire is so cheap and so pesky to deal with. Look at that. He's taking so much damage. The mother goo is now contained. Also, they do not gain that landmine ability if it is cut off. So he needs to probably get a small proteins or large proteins and sit on this conduit wire and prevent them from actually being built. This is such an annoying play strategy. And look at this, artillery sentinels. He has trapped this mother goo, and this mother goo should just retreat along here. Yes, he is going to retreat along that path. An alpha. This is a very strange build order, but very entertaining to watch. He's building an alpha with. What units does he have? Hardly anything. This is, as you can see, this is very entertaining. And probably very, very annoying for Blue Drives Monster. He's trying to do crescents since they have very good splash radius, but due to the fact that these conduit wire have 6 armor, and crescents do damage over time, they're doing 1 damage per tick. In other words, it's not very good. What he needs is... I think there should be a nerf on conduit wire armor, honestly. Maybe put it down to 3 armor class, or perhaps down to... I say 3 armor would be pretty good, giving protection versus drovers and but able to be cleaned up versus crescent. Looks like the dagger has spotted the high ground. Just curious about something. Looks like, can the dagger see up there? I'm not exactly sure. Howitzers are perhaps he was force firing. Yeah, he's force firing the ground with the howitzers. No, he's just hitting that area. But this conduit wire base play, it is pretty expensive and also a bit of a gamble in the beginning. He's at the point where he has effectively denied this entire region. For you all don't know, it not 25 damage, but 30 damage at a rate of fire of 15, so its rate of fire is incredibly slow for regenerating those mines, but there's so many. There's just so many. And of course, he's just going to go around the area effect of the conduit wire. Well, area effect of the crescents. But I think this game's already over. Proto Purger is a good idea to deal with the conduit wire spam, I guess. But there's just so many, and plus, but the alpha is stronger since it's harder to get out. Supposedly. In this case, not so much. The group are contained by wire. There's nothing much Blue Drive's monster can do against this strategy. Anti-air sentinels are attacking the ground? No, wait, they're shooting on the crescent shots, that's what I'm thinking. At first I thought they were attacking the ground with their own structure, but they're attacking the crescent shots. Oh god. This Dallas Buyers Club, you're mean. This is just cyberbullying, pretty much. Taking out the Destructor, since they have a higher damage, they can actually deal with conduit wire. Getting the upgrade for reduce. I wonder if they still, these crescent shots still do area damage over time. Does it look like note the crescent shot does still do damage over time with the upgrade, but they can no longer be shot down. But oh god. I should mention the alpha is almost out, down to 30 seconds. Now this is how you use this. I'm just gonna call this is just straight up cyberbullying. I don't think I can put this online because it's just straight up bully. But I'm gonna put it online, just show a bit of a strategy. Probably gonna post this on YouTube, calling Conduit Wire OP. Looks like he moved forward some anti-heavy sentinels, destroying some of these crescents. This is game over. I think he's going to say GG once he sees the alpha. The Proto Purger doesn't really have much versus the alpha, in my opinion, anyways. Though the Proto Purger does have, does have 5,000 health. It has also, I think, additional 50 damage above it. So actually, the Proto Purger is a bit stronger. The alpha does have much better area effects, though. It has that big pulse that does 100 damage, and a very good line of 200 damage. Overall, the Hand of Rook is probably the strongest of all the epics, in my opinion, seeing it's a mobile war factory. Has a 250 damage shot and up to 6 garrisonables to have your desirable garrisonable units. And those blue drives, yeah, he does see it. He saw that shot. Tried to build a small protein, but suddenly got killed. Currently, Blue Drive's monster does have a lot of silos, which is sort of necessary so you can instantly build a lot of conduit wire. The structure's projectiles now bounce 2 by nearby enemies, so it should be able to affect the conduit wire. Stealth Radiance. I suppose that's one way to deal with stuff. Not very effectively, though. Dodging out the shot. Very nice. Armor upgrade. Increase the armor to 10. That's actually very nice if you're going for a bit more aggressive expansions. These two Mother Goos were never really touched. Now it will be his time to cut off the wire. Right here, he will cut off all that wire. Though the anti-heavy sentinels will still remain, if he can cut off this wire, it will cut off everything. Artillery sentinels do have 20 damage and 3 armor. I hate Circuit City. It's building. It takes a long time. He doesn't see... He does... Let's see, he's just out of range. And looks like he has surrendered. This was a very interesting replay. A very fun replay abusing the conduit wire system of the human player. A lot of people think the goo players are overpowered. No, they are not. This is just... The one thing that really makes goo very strong in a lot of the maps is the fact that there are 2v2 maps in the 1v map pool, which will cause the goo player... The goo excels in mobility, and there's so much room for it to move in 2v2 maps. That's why goos usually do very strong in a 2v2 map. In a 1v1 map like this, goos are actually very, very weak. Seeing it has funneled areas, especially where a desirable area for the goo players is actually being cornered into an area. This was a very interesting replay. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.